Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. Made it halfway point of the class trial.
Woo! I think we figured out the schematics of the trial, just not who.
I feel like I've narrowed it down to 2 people, and if it's one, I'm gonna be very sad.
I have it down to 2. What are your 2?
I am down to Gonta or Sumugi.
Damn it.
Are those your 2?
Yes. We're both wrong.
Right,
We're
yeah.
gonna go down together.
All right.
It's all a lie. You did it to herself.
Well, because this is supposed to be like the sacrifice chapter, so
I'm thinking it's Gonta in a way because he was protecting.
And Kokichi made a comment during the investigation that stood out for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hope there's nothing to that. This game doesn't really do things on accident, though.
No. So.
All right. Anyway, class trial time. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monophanie's period is late, too. Father, why do you know Monophanie's cycle?
And another thing.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation.
Yeah?
Lack of hibernation?
Yeah.
I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't really been able to hibernate.
That's awful. What could be causing it?
Ah.
Is it because you have a lot on your mind?
Huh?
Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Huh? Really?
Is it because you don't want to think you're just goofing around?
Huh?
Is it because you want to stay friends?
Huh?
Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father?
He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Night-night.
What is up with Monokuma? He's like so lazy in this trial.
I liked our crazy...
No motivation.
I liked our crazy theory that it's actually Kokichi.
Yeah.
My head. Tara! Oh, you're stuck together!
The more I think about it, the more I don't think that's the case.
No, but it's kind of funny.
It is funny.
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but
Don't forget about
I just
Mommy.
can't. My head hurts so much. I just can't remember. Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best.
Uh-oh.
From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves.
The Young and the Restless, the Bear Edition is back.
I was really sad that was almost over.
After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Oh, no.
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Got some weird bear robotic incest going on.
Colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
I'm actually thinking now he's going to try to kill Monophanie.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
No, back to the bears.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
You got it.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
You tell him, Kaido.
Your 2 sidekicks.
Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Yep.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
Oh, lordy. They're gonna come to
If she had
fisticuffs.
succeeded,
I like
she
it.
would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion.
Maybe they're gonna get pistols at dawn.
We're rooting for you, Kaito.
And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
Yep.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Yeah, that was like way too obvious.
I know, she moved it right in front of us. It's like, we're not an idiot.
Usually.
Oh, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion.
Why would she wait till they all were
Then secretly
there
passed
and then
through
do
the
it?
wall she installed and took advantage of the loop.
You mean to get rid of the bridge?
Yeah.
Because everyone needed to know that that bridge was gone, is why she did it that way. But
if no one thinks you can loop around anyways, when they go back and see the bridge is gone, then they'll be like, oh, you couldn't have come over this way.
I think because this established when she could no longer go through. Because you could argue that someone walked over there, killed Kokichi, came back, and then got rid of the bridge to make it look like.
It's still stupid and suspicious.
Oh, it was like way obvious that that was intentional.
After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
Yep.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right?
That's the way it seems.
Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
I mean, that would make sense.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
It's Mew, that's fair.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
She was only smart for things that interested her.
Yeah.
No say such mean things! Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends, if things different.
I wouldn't want to be friends with her.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion...
Goncha tries to say that in another life, they would have been friends, and everyone's like,
nope.
F that, man.
The culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
They wouldn't have been able to.
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
They rolled her off the roof.
That's what I think, because they wouldn't know that she would like go through the wall.
Mm-hmm. The problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
Yep.
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Roof.
Going to not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
He was quick to say that he didn't throw her.
I think, well, but he's also been accused of like doing things that like physical things that no one else would have the strength to do. But yeah, that was very fast and out of nowhere.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
See, he doesn't know about that.
Keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
He didn't know about the fact that strength was equalized because they got there. And Mew told him when they got there. I don't think he was in the virtual world.
No, I think he was there. I think he doesn't
remember because
I don't think
the memory.
They send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall.
Like the fact that they made such a big deal about the one being for memory makes me think that
he doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember that.
Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her rolling off the roof and hitting the chapel
Because of
wall.
that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that the noise is related to the case. We need to figure out what that sound could have been. Might be the clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So what were those two things? It could be Mew hitting the wall. All right, please.
That's it.
There we go.
Yep.
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
That makes sense.
That's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
It rolled and
Hold
had
on,
inertia
Kokichi.
down
What's
the
up with the
roof.
way you're talking?
Yeah, it seems like Kokichi actually knows.
Why are you talking like you know everything?
Because he
Let's
does.
not worry about that right now.
You know what happened.
More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends?
Did
Us?
he go to Gonta and say, Mew's trying to kill me, protect me, and then he set Gonta up to kill her and watched?
Oh, I'm gonna be so sad if that's it.
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Don't care about this. Go back to Gokichi.
Yeah. Getting Mew's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think to do that.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you
Don't need a
little
hint.
You'll what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope.
We knew this.
And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
It's not really a hint, that's like the whole thing. Kokichi's talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already.
Oh, I think he does.
But I can't let him distract me, I need to solve the case. How to make Mew hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer.
Nah.
Oh, good grief.
What's our options? Slid off roof?
Oh, I'd bet on that. This was an S.
No. That's an
Oh,
S.
there we go. That does fit. Oh, there we go.
And there's the eye right there.
D.
Oh.
Oh. I found the Monokuma.
Yay! There's an F.
Where I missed it.
Keep going. Right there. Right there. Okay. There. And then R's next door to it. There's the O. And there's one right above it too.
I guess,
Yeah, it's next to that. And then the F.
Alright, that wasn't bad. That was actually, I kind of like the hidden Monokuma there. I was wondering, because I didn't see it in the taxi, and that seemed like the most obvious one.
Culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Yeah.
Slide?
Nah, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
What?
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'll probably reference something. I'm positive that's how Mew's avatar is moved, but maybe the culprit used something else as well.
Lattice.
Yeah, I was wondering why that was there. Lattice near the chapel.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
The speed up in
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen
Gunnar
solid,
switched.
Right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
It's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
Yeah, can I?
There was nothing like that.
Here we go.
I got it.
That's wrong.
At least firing truth bullets is the same.
That's
We
good.
switched to a pro
Oh,
controller.
wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
Didn't he say something too like, I don't know what's missing?
Yeah.
The
And I
lattice
was like,
that
oh
was
my god.
found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof?
Then you're gonna be really
That's
sad
it.
if you lose.
The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
I mean, I lost it
Ding,
to
ding, ding.
That's the only thing I've got
correct.
now. Oh, Kokichi.
After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled
Yeah, a little,
The chibi culprit.
yeah, he
and
looks like a
slid
little
her down the
hobbit.
roof's steep slope.
Little pointed ears.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
But the
What?
the culprit wouldn't know that they would slide through though. Unless they just like guessed.
Kerplunk.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his wings whenever he crashes into stuff.
I got that reference.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Is he the replacement for Dr. Robotnik?
What? That's like the most lively we've seen Monokuma this whole trial.
Yeah.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
Oh, Grandfather Monokuma.
Dot dot dot.
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Yeah.
Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion.
So that leaves. So here's the
It
thing.
leaves.
It can't be Kaito because he was logged out.
So it's Gonta, Smoogie,
Samugi,
and us.
us.
Oh, and Kokichi.
Yeah. Although someone in the comments made a good point that Kokichi seems unlikely because remember Mew would paralyze Kokichi just by touching him.
Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the
I was waiting
list.
for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got me.
But it couldn't have been Kaito. That's right. 5 suspects: Mew, Samugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. What reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press them for information before making any judgments. I think Kokichi was the one who lied about... about being on the rooftop. but I don't know. I don't think it's him. So that's why I'm kind of going back and forth.
I'm between those two. So
who is the liar? Then I would say
it's you.
Yeah, there we go.
Use the word liar.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of.
There's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Yeah.
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Oh, Lordy, that's not good.
That's fair.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Okay. We just literally saw this like 3 seconds ago.
It all began when you showed us the map.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Okay.
Oh, this is an odd use of this. Oh god, trying to read upside down. Oh shoot. All right. Well,
we don't know if that's the right one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I made a mistake.
It all began when Mew showed us the map.
All right. I don't think that's. I don't think there's anything useful in there. Calling it a hunch. Dude, I could probably be doing a better job on this part.
That's probably what happened.
Oh wait.
The culprit killed her on the locked roof. Also, I never went to the roof.
I think that's the lie.
Not even for the meeting.
Oh, I like it shows you. Oh, we're just missing that. Oh. Is there anything I can do to make this better? I don't think so. Oh,
there we go.
I see it.
Do you now?
When you were
I don't know, that's how I logically think of things.
right, upside down bubbles.
Minesweep edition.
Yeah.
But later, you said.
Yeah, so he knew all about the roof.
Yeah.
He said he'd never been up there.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
He was on the
You could
roof.
probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But
Not
you
the,
wouldn't know about the brick
there we
handrail
go.
unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Oops.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
I think he's faking this.
Why you look so nervous?
Yeah, he seems like super stressed out about
This
this.
is a sincere reaction.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. But wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Oh, Lordy.
She did.
She did not.
I'm gonna punch you in the
She
face.
did, too.
Oh my god, you too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
I agree with Monokuma.
And that's worrying.
Stop him, Grandpa! Oh, this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
I love this
This
so much.
might be my favorite
Grandfather, stop
family
them
drama.
before your grandkid is born.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger.
Is he gonna make a lie?
That's what I was just thinking. I'm glad they kind of said that whole, like, be aggressive thing.
I didn't go to the roof!
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough of your lies, man!
Yeah.
I'm not lying!
You are.
The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it!
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know?
You're lying! I'll set your pants on fire!
Fantastic.
That's fine, because I'm not lying!
Shiver, shiver.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Okay, there's a Kokichi in the salon. Can we change that to a lie?
Yeah, we'll try it. Kokichi's lying for sure, but he keeps throwing lies at me. I have to fight fire with fire.
I didn't go to the roof!
I just wish I could see, like, what it was.
I've had enough of your lies, man!
I'm not lying!
So I would know where to throw
The rooftop door
it.
was locked and I couldn't open it!
Well, you can flip it.
What did Kokichi do?
But then as soon as I let go, it fires
I
it.
turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon
the whole time,
Oh! I got it.
Liars burn in hell, you know?
Shoot, it's that one.
If you're lying,
We're gonna say
I'll
that we
set
saw
your
him.
pants on fire! That's fine, because I'm not lying!
Then
Okay.
I didn't go to the roof!
I've had enough of your lies, man!
I'm not lying! The rooftop door
was locked and I couldn't open it!
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the
salon the whole time,
Flip it.
you know?
There you go.
I'll reveal the truth.
So we're gonna lie and say that we saw him.
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
Uh-oh.
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi?
You're not the ultimate supreme
So who are
overlord.
you guys gonna believe? Shuichi?
We're in
or
training for
me?
that.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
Oh god.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points.
Yay!
No. Himiko points to Shuichi.
I'll take Himiko points.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass
No.
by
Oh,
me
you're
in
an
the
idiot.
dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there. Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Oogie.
Sorry.
We need like a
going to
hand
believe
system.
Shuichi
Right.
too.
Oh, I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
No one believes you.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know?
I feel like he's getting off
And
track.
some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Creepy face.
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Yes.
Isn't that where he met up with Mew?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
His revenge.
Probably about Mew trying to kill him.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Okay.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
And we'll just have to hear that confession in the next episode.
It's gonna be one giant ball of lies. It's gonna be like I went on a rocket to the moon and Mew was there and I dragged her back and I was on the rooftop.
I don't know. I actually think he might tell the truth. I have a hunch that he he will probably try to spoil this because he knows how unhappy it will make us. All right. Anyway, we'll just have to find out next time.
Sounds good.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.